What are they frustrated with right now? What are they trying to solve right now that you can help them? Using the right language patterns to stop the scroll on social media is critical. Are you aware, of what it is that your prospects want to move away from? And are you aware of what they want to move towards? Keep attention, for prospects. How do you keep their attention? How do you get their attention? How do you build a following that wants to hear what you've got? So today I'm talking about, specifically for business owners, whether you're a doctor, lawyer, coach, consultant doing marketing. How do you get and keep attention? Let me know, what is it that you do to grab people's attention and to keep their attention? Like, what do you do? There's an enormous amount of noise in the marketplace right now, right? So tell me, do you agree that there's a lot of noise in the marketplace? I was just on vacation for a few days, and I had time to scroll through my mobile phone, and go onto LinkedIn and social media sites like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And it's a nonstop stream of information, right? So I want you to understand a couple of things I think can help you. Let me know what kind of business you are, so I can give you some specific ideas. And let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm in San Diego. Right? Where are you chiming in from? I'm streaming live on Instagram and as well on a few Facebook channels that I have. But when we're talking about and many of you know, as a behavioral neuroscience researcher, I'm always thinking about, the brain, right? Right. How are you, how are you getting your message out there? How do you get somebody's attention unit, to pay attention to you, right? Insurance in Ireland and hello, Holland. It must be getting, you have to have a scroll stopper, Mike. I love that. You have to have a scroll stopper. So you're scrolling. How do you get them to stop, right? There's several different things that I think are worth discussing when we're dealing with getting people's attention. Now, ask yourself this question. When you are scrolling, when you're on any social media channel, like, what causes you to stop the scroll? Like, what causes you to stop the scroll? Nancy, live and good content. Yeah. So when you have a program, product, or service, I always like to ask myself this question. This helps a lot of my students. What are the top 10 questions that people ask that need your program, your product, or service? What are the top 10 clearly defined questions that they ask? Like, what are they asking themselves? In neuromarketing and neuroselling, which is what I teach all the business followers and business owners that I have in my coaching programs, I ask them, before somebody buys your program, product, or service, you have to enter the dialogue that's happening in their heads, right? You have to enter the dialogue. So I always like to ask, is there something that your best prospects, is there something that they are worried about, right? Like, are they worried about their health? Are they frustrated with their energy? Are they fearful of not having enough money upon retirement? Are they feeling that they're losing being attractive, or they're gaining too much weight, they might not receive love? Like, what's the dialogue that's happening in their heads? Have you ever considered that there's a dialogue happening in each of our brains, right? And the way that our brain works is it's always looking for solutions to our biggest problems, right? It's always looking for solution to our biggest problems. So what is like something that the prospect fears? Hey, Laura Bella, right? So Laura Bella, you say you're a family therapist, they need to improve their relationship, but what are they thinking about that's causing them, to want to improve their relationship? Have they lost their intimacy drive? Are they afraid that they're unattractive? Are they worried that they might get a divorce? One of my friends, Eben Pagan, who's a beautiful human being and great internet marketer, used to own a website called stopyourdivorce.com. And he realized that there were so many people that just found out that their spouse is like unhappy and they're considering a divorce. And he used to generate about $10 million a year showing people ways to stop their divorce, right? So, hey there, Ernest and Adolf and Kaspars, hello. Here on Facebook, let me know where you're from. So when we're looking to catch people's attention, is what we say, whether it's in our memes, whether it's in our social media headline, or how we open up, okay, how we open up with whatever it is that we say. So when people are watching you and listening to you, they go, oh my God, this is for me. So in business, and this specific session today is for business owners. Hi, Kumiko. Nice to see you. Is somebody out of shape and they're feeling like they're losing, okay, their energy, their sexiness, their sensuality? Like, what is the dialogue that they're having in their mind right now? And then the question for you is this, and I'm going to go back to what I said before. What are the things that they are thinking about that, because of your expertise, your program, product, or service, I don't care what kind of business you have, you can actually help them? Like, you can actually help them. So why not create content so that you can help them? Like, I teach business owners how to grow their businesses using neuromarketing and neuroselling and AI tools faster and easier than ever before. So I naturally will teach some of that stuff, on my social media, right? Does that make sense? So A is content that is relevant to, pay attention to what I'm about to say. Content that is relevant to A, their biggest current pain, their current fears or future fears that they have, right? So pains, fears, their current biggest frustrations or irritations, and also what is it that they want, need, or aspire to have or be. Let me repeat that just so you know. From a neuroscience perspective, you will get people to stop the scroll if you create content that helps them with their biggest pains right now, or their fear of a pain in the future. Their biggest fear right now, fear of being embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, judged, fear of running out of money, fear of not having enough money for retirement, fear of being rejected, fear of being unloved. If you can help them with that, they'll pay attention to you. So it's pains, fears. What are they frustrated with right now? What are they trying to solve right now that you can help them with your program, product, or service, right? One of my clients, Dr. Ole Behrens, is from the UK, and he's a cosmetic dentist. And he said, I help people have a beautiful smile. I said, well, that might be what they end up with, but what you really help them with is removing their crooked teeth so they don't feel like they're not attractive. When he switched his marketing to meeting people where they were thinking and what they were feeling, he went from a few $100,000 a year as a dentist to a few $1 million a year as a dentist. What are people thinking in private? What are they feeling in private? If you want to activate, okay, the proper circuit in their brain, you need to give them something that lets them know that you understand what they're really thinking and feeling in private, that they won't tell you normally. Does that make sense? So let me give you an example. Some of you, I assume if you're here, it's for business owners today. You have a business or you want to start a business. Some of you are worried that your business isn't growing fast enough, that you're not making the money that you can make, that you're not helping the people that you really want to help with your program, product, or service, that you're stuck, and because of that, you're frustrated. You may be fearful that your business won't be around next year, or the year after that. Some of you fear that you might have to go back and get a job. Some of you fear that you may have wasted a lot of time or money, and it's frustrating. It's causing a lot of stress in your life because you're not where you thought you would be at this stage of your business, right? Those are things that a lot of business owners feel. Some of you may feel like cash flow is tight. You know, some months you make enough money, some months you don't, and it's always this roller coaster, okay, of enough money at the end of the month, right? Those are the real things that business owners worry about. Some of you are worried that artificial intelligence is going to, get your business, or help you get out of business. Well, AI won't take away your business, but students or people that have a business that use AI for, their marketing, for their analysis, for their planning, will put you out of business, right? And then some of you, Suka, you just want to learn how to grow more. So if you want to learn how to grow more, then maybe you're stuck right now. And the question is, why are you stuck, right? So the key to understand is when you're creating content that you're creating to get people to stop scrolling, is when your content helps them eliminate a pain, a fear, or a frustration or irritation that they have, okay, or a want, aspiration, or desire that they want to achieve. So you create content around that. Now, that's like part one. But when we're talking about, social media and how do you get people to pay attention to you, sometimes it's not about you helping them with their pains, fears, frustrations, irritations, wants, needs, and aspirations. Sometimes it's about you, okay, showing up, with something funny or something useful or a meme, or you sharing with them something that you have discovered that can in some way help them. Right? So we look for things that can help us. We look for things that can entertain us. We look for things that will remove a pain, a fear, a frustration, irritation that we have. We look for things that have the ability to help us, see the lifestyle that we want to live. We look for things that help us laugh. We look for things that we're curious about. Right? So things that we are curious about. There's something called the neuroplasticity switch in the human brain. Let me explain. When you and I were born, we're born with about 100 billion brain cells, and those brain cells make connections. And from the age of, day one, all the way through to about 12, 13 years old, that neuroplasticity switch is in an always on position. We're absorbing stuff that our eyes are taking in, our ears, our tactile senses, our mouth, our sense of smell, olfactory system, and our brain's creating these neural patterns. At the age of around 12 or 13, that switch basically shuts off. And now we have the initial programming for the brain. Now, what turns on that switch again? Well, curiosity turns on the switch. So when we're curious about something, that switch turns on. So how can you use curiosity in your marketing to show somebody something new, something they didn't know about? The other thing that turns on this switch is fun, having fun. When we're having fun, this switch turns back on because usually when we're having fun, we're learning, we're playing, we're releasing dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, the neurochemicals, okay, that can help us not only create neural patterns, but to turn on, okay, that neuroplasticity switch. So ask yourself this question. Is my content, meaning you, activating their fun circuit, their curiosity circuit, their learning circuit, their pain circuit? Do you want me to show you how quick it is to activate somebody's fear circuit? Let me know in the chat or give me a like or a love, on Instagram that you want me to show you how quick it is to activate somebody's circuit in their brain. It works in a billionth of a second. All right, a billionth of a second. Shannon, you say yes. I'm getting a couple of hearts and loves. Okay, I want you to imagine this. Imagine that wherever you are right now, and this is going to work for probably about 60, 70% of you, and I'll use another example for the rest of you. Imagine that you're in the room you're in right now or wherever you're at right now, and all of a sudden, okay, out of the corner of your eye, you see a 12-foot snake, a Burmese python about that thick, 12 feet long, about 250 pounds, maybe 120 kilos, that's slithering towards you right now. And it's coming really, really fast towards you right now. And this snake has a chance, okay, to grab you and circle around you and kill you and then eat you. Now, in less than 10 seconds, some of you, I activated your fear circuit in your brain just because I used the word snake. Then, okay, I gave you the dimensions of the snake being 12 feet and this thick, and it's coming fast towards you. Speed activates that fear center in the brain. And all I did was use, language patterns to activate a circuit in your brain. All right. So Jezebel, thank you for letting me know. I thought pythons like to circle themselves around an animal and then kill them that way through strangulation. But do you get the picture of using words? And of course, we're using video right now to activate the fear center in somebody's brain. Now, somebody doesn't have to even have an experience with a snake other than maybe they watched something on TV or they heard something about snakes, whether it's a python or any other type of snake. Now, by the very opposite of that, I want you to imagine, sitting on your favorite beach, okay, somewhere in the world. It could be a beach you've been on, a beach you've seen, or you can imagine a beautiful beach, okay, that you're sitting on and you're having your favorite drink, iced tea, coffee, pina colada, doesn't matter. And the waves are gently rolling in. And you now know that you're in the right place where you can totally relax. Okay? You can totally relax. And you could be in a state of ease, calmness, etc. Relax and feel so calm. And know that this is the most peaceful place you've ever been. And as you feel that peaceful place, right, give yourself the permission to succeed at a whole other level. You can use language patterns to activate certain circuits in people's brains. Now, what did that image of the ocean and you sitting there with a drink, okay, activate in your brain? Whenever we are using words in our social media, whenever we're using images, whenever we are speaking, videos, the environment that you're in activates circuits in people's brains. So here is my question for you. If you have a business and you are looking to grow your business in 2024, right, then using the right language patterns to stop the scroll on social media is critical. Using things that are fun, educational, curiosity-based, giving things to people that match what your personality is, okay, so they get to know you better, but also I'm going to repeat this again, what are their biggest pains, fears, frustrations, irritations, wants, needs, and aspirations? When you know that, you can create content that'll get people to want to pay attention to you. Now, here's the thing you want to consider is, are you using social media enough to build a tribe, to build a group of followers that are looking to you for your legal work, for your MLM product, for your real estate investing, for your coaching, for your consulting? Like, are you creating the content that people will want to follow you for the thing that your business can do for them? Ultimately, every business is there to serve people, right? Every business is there to serve people. So how do you serve somebody? Well, you understand who they are. You understand what's going on in their heads. You understand, what is it that they need in order, okay, to achieve what it is that they want to achieve. Now, there is marketing that we know is moving away from marketing, okay? There's marketing that helps people who are looking to move away from something. And then there's marketing for people who want to move towards something. So we move towards what we want. We move away from what we don't want. So all of your marketing should help people either move away from what they don't want or move towards what they do want. Let me know if that makes sense. All your marketing should help people move towards what they do want and also move away from what they don't want. So are you aware, okay, of what it is that your prospects want to move away from? And are you aware of what they want to move towards? Does this make sense? Thank you, Nancy. So a simple way to do this is ask yourself, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Mike. Ask yourself this question: what are the top questions, 5 to 10 questions that they are asking themselves as it relates to how, okay, your program, product, or service can help them? Okay. Are you giving them, okay, the information that they're looking for? Are you entertaining them? Are you keeping them curious? Are you getting to come to your website, to come to your social media channel, okay, for what they are going to rely on you for? Everything in business and in life is happening in our brains, right? Happening in our brains. And the reason I teach neuromarketing and neuroselling is if you don't activate the right circuits in the right order, then people don't pay attention to you. If you don't grab somebody's attention when they're scrolling through either your headline, through the first words that you say, or through the offers that you eventually give them, right? They don't follow you. They might, follow you once, but they don't consistently follow you. Let me know if that makes sense. Hey, this is John, and if you liked that video, watch the next video because it is packed with things that you can do right now to achieve success way faster than ever before.